and welcome to Fairfax County Public Library program, One Bowl Brownie Bake. My name is Angela, and today I'm going to show you a simple and delicious recipe for baking brownies with very little cleanup. In fact, we're going to mix everything right here in this pan. First, let me show you all the ingredients we'll be using. A half cup of canola oil. You can really use any oil, but I like canola. 1 1/4 cups of sugar. 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. Half a cup of cocoa powder, and I use unsweetened cocoa powder. Half a teaspoon of salt. 2 large eggs. We'll be adding in 2 tablespoons of water, and most importantly, a half cup of chocolate chips. So we've preheated the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm using an 8-inch baking pan. The first thing I'm going to do is to pour the oil into the baking pan and coat it entirely. Be very careful to get up the sides, because we want those sides all coated in the oil. And what we need to be careful not to let it spill out, which can be very, very tricky. So, next we're going to add the dry ingredients. First, the sugar, flour, cocoa powder, and salt, a half teaspoon of salt. And we're going to mix it all up really well. It's going to appear a little dry at first, and you want to do this gently. I'm using a spatula, but you could also use a wooden spoon. Get it all nice mixed in. Okay, now you'll notice it's still dry, but next we're going to add the eggs and the water. So let me crack 2 eggs. Now make sure before you mix the eggs and that you pierce the yolks to get them well mixed. And then we start mixing right in the middle and work our way to the outside. It's important to be sure that all ingredients are well blended. Let me add the water. It's 2 tablespoons of water. So we're going to blend this for about 1.5 minutes, making sure that all the ingredients are well blended and that the entire batter is moist. I like to use a spatula because it's easier to scrape off the sides as I go. That's pretty well mixed. Lastly, we're going to mix in the chocolate chips. Now, I'm going to put most of them in, but I like to leave a few to sprinkle on top. So let's put a few in there and save a few. Before it goes in the oven, we want to make sure that the batter is evenly spread out and right up into the corners. So work it up into the corners of the pan. Sprinkle a few on top. So we're going to put it into a 350-degree oven, and we're going to bake it for about 25 to 28 minutes. And to check that it's done, you're going to insert a knife into the middle and it should come out almost clean. So we'll see you again when the brownies are ready. Okay, here we have the finished product. As I said, it was in the oven for 28, this one was 28 minutes, and you put a knife in the middle and it should come out almost clean. Now here's the tough part. You need to leave it to rest for 15 minutes if you can resist the temptation to dive right in. And then you cut it into 9 brownies, or I actually like to cut it into 15, make it smaller. So enjoy your brownies. One suggestion for you, you can mix all the dry ingredients ahead of time and save it for future brownie cravings. Or another idea is to put it into nice containers and give it as gifts. So go make those brownies, and thank you for watching.